Hey everyone, and welcome to Tactical Thursdays, where we get tactical and we get practical. We roll up our sleeves and we actually use the software. Last time we covered goals, as you can see here on my screen, and we set up a test goal. In previous sessions, we set up automation, having metadata automatically filled out, having rules automatically set up on your stories and on your epics. And today we're going to be covering the timeline right here on your left-hand side, the timeline. Now, what you see here in front of you is a test timeline. Just going to move this out of the way here. I want to show you some of the features of this test timeline. Starting at the top, you have a search bar. Now this timeline is nice and clean. It only has one test epic, one test story, and one test goal. But as you can imagine, as you're working across a project or a work stream, you're going to have many epics listed along this way. And this is a great visualization tool to use to see what everyone is working on, to make sure that you're hitting your goals, to see what's on track, what's not on track. So you can search through this here for anything you cannot visually see quickly. The next thing I'm going to show you is it shows the different people that are working on this timeline. So because this is a test, I have myself listed, but as you can imagine, in a 4 to 7 person team, you can see all the different people here and what they're working on, and you can filter that. So you can say, what's Mark working on versus what's John working on, etc. You have a status category. You want to look at everything that was done versus everything that's in progress versus to do, you can quickly filter on that. Quickly filter here on your epics. See, I have one test epic here. And then on your goals, like we set up last time, it's very important. This is a new feature. You want to make sure that your epics roll up to overarching goals that you want to hit. So maybe one goal pertains to rolling out an AI chat model. Another goal might pertain to rolling out some form of an operating model or a cloud migration. You can filter on these different goals here. You can do that visually. I'm going to just expand and collapse this. Because this is a test, you see there's only one epic here, which is notated by this purple icon, and there's only one story notated by this green icon here. You can see it's in progress and it's listed under my name. All right, you can see the scrums across the top. Right now, this view is set by a quarterly view. If you prefer, you can look at it monthly. You can even drill down to it weekly. I'm going to show you another setting option here. I'm going to go to view settings, and I'm going to say show me completed. I'm saying give me a 6-month view. You can change this to 1 month, 3 month, but I like a 6-month view. And what's really great about this visually is now I can see all my different epics, the work that's happening beneath these epics, who's working on them. I can see the name of the scrums, the status here. I can even move these if I wanted to. I could extend the epic. You can see it'll expand. You don't have to type anything in. This is your today window. I can see what's happening across January through March, Q1, Q2, Q3, or if I wanted to have a more detailed view, I can see it by month. See now that breaks to January, February, March, but I prefer it for quarter. We're going to click here. We're going to say configure timeline. Now this gives us some more customization and things we can do here with our timeline. You can see here that it is saying schedule by child issues in sprints. All right. Go to details. And all this looks good so far. There isn't much we need to change because we've already configured it. Okay. This looks pretty good. Let's go back to project. All right. So once again, guys, this is a timeline view. To wrap this up, this is a great way to get tactical and practical with the software. Roll up your sleeves, see what the teams are actually working on, have these epics roll up into different goals. Ideally, I do my goals quarterly. I do them every 6 months, every 9 months, every 12 months. The quarterly seems to be that sweet spot. You can filter on those different goals. You can have different timelines. You can really slice and dice this however you want. It's a very powerful visual tool. You can search within here. You can look at who's working on it, look at the different status. You can actually expand things here to see maybe if you are thinking in terms of more waterfall and less agile and you wanted to stagger things, you can stagger them here. You can run things in parallel. Really, you can do what you want. You can create epics here. This is a good view for planning. If you're in your sprint zero and you're starting to plan what are the different epics, how are they going to go across quarters, and you can visualize all of this right here. And then once again, jumping into that backlog view, the boards, actually looking at the story. So you can do it all from here. You don't have to do this in multiple software so that you're transferring it all back into Jira. You don't have to do this longhand so that someone has to transfer it in Jira. You can do this all right here. All right, guys, I hope you appreciated this opportunity to get tactical and practical, to roll up your sleeves and actually start using the software. This time we covered visualizing the work in a timeline view for our practical tactical project. This is in a testing UAT environment. Obviously, this is just made up dummy data for us to play with. There is no real data here. So you can have fun with this stuff. You can't break it. And we are showing an example that goes across quarters to plan for. If you have any questions on how to use this stuff, how to set it up, if you want to if you're looking at this for the first time, if you want to talk about more advanced features, give me a call. I'd love to help you out sometime. And remember to hustle harder. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.